And on 90 minutes, the whistle blows. The city of Paris gets its title. PSG are champions of Europe for the first time. Delight for Luis Enrique, 10 years on from his previous triumph. Donnarumma gets his first title in the competition. Desiree Doué, the true star of the night at the age of 19. Previously star-laden, a group of Galacticos deprived of the biggest prize. But with young ones and through unity, they've done it, Gary Breen.
Incredible as they have been in the second part of this campaign. They have absolutely been the team to beat. And the only worry was that they couldn't get over the line like previous teams. But they have finally done it.
History makers in so many ways. A record victory in a European Cup final. Paris Saint-Germain 5, Inter Milan 0.
This match was brought to you by Follow Scores, UEFA Champions League official sponsor.
There's Luis Enrique enjoying every moment of what Rob described there as the biggest win in the history, not just of Champions League finals, but of European Cup finals as well. Quite a few teams have won by 4 goals. No team has ever won by 5 goals before. I have a feeling those fans are going to enjoy the evening. Luis Enrique certainly is, and so is Kenny Cunningham. Kenny, your dark horses came through just about.
Yeah, they did. Congratulations to this PSG team. It's lovely to see. A team which has really evolved over the course of the season before our very eyes. We actually covered them here around there in the season.
Oh, the Arsenal game.
Losing 2-0 at Arsenal. Yeah, absolutely. You looked at the team, a bit patchy, players with individual talent. Could this team possibly come together and win a Champions League? Very few thought that. But fair play to them. They've come together as a group. They've grown in confidence. They've got better. And a really kind of pressurised environment going into this final as champions. They've dealt with the pressure and actually revelled in it.
Yeah, I wonder what Luis Enrique might have been throwing a flag here. He did say recently, or no, we might be putting on a t-shirt here, he talked about his daughter who tragically passed away aged only 9, and after the 2015 Champions League final, apparently there's an amazing photo of her planting a Barcelona flag into the turf. He says, I want to be able to do the same with a PSG flag. He's spoken brilliantly about her. He's been through a lot, and he certainly deserves this moment. A great managerial feat, Neil.
Magnificent. He won the treble with Barcelona in 2015. Now he's done it with Paris Saint-Germain, and brilliant managerial feat. And when you consider the personal loss that he's had to go through, speaks volumes for his strength of character, obviously, but his talent as a coach. His team were out of this world, though.
Yeah.
You know, from the Liverpool game onwards, they were the best team in the tournament, and they played some spectacular football, power football, speed, quality. They took apart an Inter Milan team who don't normally give away many goals. It could have been 7 or 8. And it's a fitting way to end their season. This could be the start of something very special for PSG.
Shay, we've been talking about the other great tournaments, the other great final wins, AC Milan in particular, maybe against Barcelona in 1994. That's got to be right up there with one of the great individual performances, team performances in a final.
Yeah, they blew them away, didn't they, Eoin? They really did. And Neil mentions the manager, obviously great credit to him, the job he's done. You go back to, you guys mentioned at the start there, the Arsenal game. I remember that night he dropped down belly, didn't even travel to London that night. He made a statement as a manager, if you're not pulling your weight, if you're not tracking back or doing whatever, seeing Carvajal at one point tracking back after scoring a goal 90 yards. He's really bonded this team together, he's really brought them together as a group of players, and a final was just, they were so special tonight, they really were, and tore Inter Milan apart. I mean, I suppose what you would say is he's had an opportunity in the last few weeks to rest players in the league. The league's been won in France for a good few weeks. Inter Milan have gone right down to the wire in Serie A, so couldn't rest anybody. They looked tired tonight, Milan, but these guys were full of life. And Lenny rightly says as well, this is the start of something special. We said tonight, the average age is 25. Marquinhos probably brings that average age up. These have got a young team, and for the next 3, 4, 5 years, these could do lots of things.
Yeah, but he must take huge satisfaction from a professional point of view. And Neil would know better than me, Shay, in terms of how his team performed, how they actually won this game this evening. So often we see teams maybe limp over the line, the pressure of the situation. You always hear the term, let's get it done by hook or by crook. It might be the ugliest of victory, we don't care. Well, they got everything this evening. They got the result, and they got the performance that this man would have wanted, would have demanded from his team in terms of the style of football. Get on the ball, play, show your quality, your technical ability as much as you can, and out possession, work for each other, grab for each other, have each other's backs, and that's what they did for 90 minutes, in and out possession of football. Master performance.
They lost. That Arsenal game was one of 3 games they lost out of their first 5 in the league phase. They were under big pressure when they went and beat Manchester City in the penultimate game of the league phase. From then on, I don't know what switched, but they've been the best team in Europe for almost every game since then, Neil.
Barakashvili coming in January.
That helped a lot.
Yeah, wouldn't have. He has been magnificent, but they're spectacular. I mean, he's now in the pantheon of the great managers in European football. To do it with 2 different teams, he's joined an elite band. But it's the quality of their play, it's the brand of football. It's the discipline that the team showed. I think he's brought that on. You can see how much the players love him. He's a breath of fresh air at times. It's been 10 years since he beat Juventus with Barcelona, but that was spectacular. The mentality of the team, considering they are so young, just total belief in the process of what he's brought to the club, and it's just great. I think it's great for football.
They got rid of some superstars as well, didn't he? Thinking Messi, Neymar, Mbappe. Obviously, there was talk about him.
Imagine Mbappe watching this.
There was talk about Mbappe running the club at one point, which was ridiculous, and Enrique said, well, it's either my way or the highway, and you say Mbappe's watching this game tonight. I don't know what his thoughts are at the minute, but he's left last summer and missing out on this special night for all Parisians and all Paris Saint-Germain fans. It's a special night for them. But again, you've got to go back to the manager and the powers that be at the football club. They've trusted Enrique with these young, hungry, exciting players, and they've delivered, by the way, in bucket loads tonight.
Yeah, you're right in terms of mentioning referencing Neymar and Mbappe, complete reset after they left the football club. And it's ironic, really, you look at those scenes after the game, 3 teenagers on the pitch, Moyulu, Emery, who came off the bench as well, and of course Doué, who was so pivotal in terms of the overall performance. That in itself tells you there it is in front of our eyes. That's the reset right there. Let's put our trust in youth going forward. Let's build around these kind of young players. The only surprise is it's happened this quickly, and this man has to take most of the credit for that.
The only French team to win before was Marseille back in 1993 against that great AC Milan team, also in Munich. So there's something about this city that the French seem to love. Thoroughly deserved over this match, over the tournament as well. We've talked a lot about the manager. What about some of the talent on show there who really flourished in the final now?
Doué was spectacular at 19. Dembele, just a footballing genius. I really liked the midfield as well. I thought Vitinha was special tonight. And the 2 fullbacks we touched on before the game, they're just the 2 best fullbacks in Europe, I think, at the minute. Donnarumma turns up with a big save towards the end. It's the sum of all parts. It isn't an individual team, this one, it's a team. And they played like a team. Not just tonight, but throughout the whole tournament. When you think they went to Anfield, won, after battering Liverpool in Paris and lost the game, they turned it around. Then they come up against Arsenal, come up against Aston Villa. They have really, really earned it. They came through the toughest part of the draw, and then in the final, it was one step too many for Inter Milan. They were just way, way too good.